This is the Simulation Football Minor League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. The Baltimore Vultures have claimed the SFL championship, but who will take home the minor league title? The second half of the SFLm regular season begins now with a battle of the league's best. It's the 3-1 San Jose Flight versus the 3-1 Albuquerque Adams. Hello folks, I'm Tyler Falk. Welcome to New Mexico, where this minor league season is exiting the halfway house and ready for the back nine, so to speak. Joining me along for this wild ride is my broadcast partner, Nate Hall. Nate, we've got the top two rushers in the league on the field here tonight. Josh Slapp for the Adams and Jay-Z Bacon for San Jose.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is that there's only 1 yard separating these two running backs. Slapp has 442 rushing yards compared to 441 for Jay-Z Bacon. Slapp has 4 more touchdowns, so he's had more touchdown production for his squad. But you got to think that whichever running back has a bigger production in this ball game may just put his respective team on the path to a victory here this evening.
Both teams are coming off 3 straight wins. Something has to give tonight. It's the Adams in flight, set to go to war here in New Mexico, as here we go. Kickoff in the desert. On the return, here comes the Adams return man, Hugh Laverne, who gets it all the way up to the Albuquerque 29, and that is where we will see the Albuquerque quarterback for the first time tonight. It's Ty Patak. He did very well in the game last week versus Annapolis after the Adams led the Adams to a crushing victory over the Navigators 34-zip. Looking to do something similar here tonight versus San Jose. They start off in a power I offensive formation. Linebackers showing blitz on the line. Stretch play, left side for Slapp. As Slapp spins into the interior of the defense, picking up 2 yards. We introduce the rest of that Adams offense. Josh Slapp is the tailback, with Honest Adobe and Ed Williams being the front runners for that wide receiving core, along with tight end Craig Westlake. Second down now here for the Adams. They come out here in a shotgun set. Attack all alone in the backfield. Back to pass, looking near side for the out route, caught by Williams, turning upfield and picking up the first down before being tackled by Nicholas Frostholt.
Well, we got the first Ed Williams sighting early on this evening, and wide open to the bottom of the screen. Easy pitch and catch there for Patak, and an easy early first down for the Adams.
Kind of hard to miss. These Adams players all decked out in their neon and black. As Patak's going to dump it over the middle for Westlake, and Westlake is going to rumble for another Albuquerque first down.
And another first down, as you stated. Westlake, a nice route for the tight end over the middle. Patak sees him get behind the defense, and easy 12 yards there for moving the chains.
After going to the air, last couple of plays, looks like they will go to the ground as they come out in the goal line eye. Stretch play left side for Slapp, and he is brought down quickly by J.J. Reed, the defensive end, as we get a chance to introduce you to the rest of the flight defense. Reed, of course, partners alongside Robert Thump, the defensive tackle on that D-line. Marcus Benson, Mojo McLean, and Stan Diamond make up the linebackers. Rylan King Moore and Nicholas Frosso are the corners, with new signings Joshua Dewar, Max Cole, and Savon Watson, Sam Blotner rounding out the safety core, as there goes Slapp down the near sideline inside the 30 and finally corralled at the 27.
Well, the first couple of plays, San Jose did a good job of corralling Slapp. They knew that Albuquerque's game plan might have been to try to get Slapp in the open field on running plays today. But third time's a charm for Slapp on that play, as he follows his blocker off to the right-hand side. Huge opening there, big gain all the way inside the 30-yard line.
A couple of these big gainers have seen the Adams push deep into San Jose territory, now from the 27-yard line, just past the 8:30 mark here in the first quarter. Tack gonna look to throw left side. Fine slap out of the backfield. And he's out of one tackle and finally brought down at the 20-yard line by Stan Diamond.
And yeah, Slap proving there that he can not only run it out in the open field, but he can also catch it and then run it for a good 7 to 8 yards out there from the flats, and picks up decent yardage there to set up the second and short.
Short yard situation here from the 20, stretch play left side. Slap got a couple of blockers out there, and he's left all alone. Touchdown, Albuquerque Adams.
And it looked like a flip play from where he ran it off to the right-hand side earlier in the drive. This time he just follows the blockers. This time off tackle to the left. Gets a couple of blocks from both his fullback and his tackle out there, and just beats the rest of the San Jose defenders for an early 6 points. Couple of great runs on that drive by Slat to get them the early lead.
Moose Mitchell, the left guard, tag teaming with Gildwin Sky, the fullback, to help set the edge and spring Slap free. As on comes the kicker, Ye Verdi, on to attempt the extra point. Snapped spot, kick is up, and it is good. Albuquerque take an early 7-0 lead here at home. And if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. There, and he puts his boot to the ball, is on the return. Here comes Keanu Hamuda, and he's able to get up to the 27-yard line, where we will introduce you to Austin Blanco, the quarterback for the Flight. He had himself a ball game last time as they knocked off the previously unbeaten Madison Lynx, throwing for nearly 300 passing yards, 3 total touchdowns, and had a completion percentage just under 80%. Had a fantastic day. Let's see if it continues here versus the Adams. He starts off under center with J.Z. Bacon and Buford Van Dam in the backfield behind him. And it's Van Dam, the fullback, who gets the first touch of the ball game for the San Jose offense, and he gets about 2 yards. As we introduce you to the rest of that Flight offense, J.Z. Bacon, Buford Van Dam, as I mentioned, halfback, fullback, respectively. David Anderson and Terrell Cooper are the wide receivers. DJ Bandit, the now championship caliber tight end, as he's a two-way contract player from Baltimore, and Saint Nebuchadnezzar, who changes his position from being a safety to being the center for this San Jose Flight offense, as first give of the ball game to Bacon goes nowhere as he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a couple of early run plays here for San Jose, and both plays Albuquerque's defense up to the task so far, not giving any kind of space, only giving him a couple of yards, setting up this 3rd and long here early.
4 wide receivers. Here comes Blanco as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a tag team for the defensive ends. TJ Assassin. He's a week 4 signing, his first big impact of his career.
And the Assassin makes an impact early in this ball game, getting back there and just knocking down Austin Blanco. Early 3 and out for the San Jose Flight. Definitely not what they wanted on offense on their first drive of the game. And Albuquerque will get the ball right back on offense.
So a huge hello and welcome to TJ Assassin. If you're new, here in the chat, let us know. We're glad to have you as the return from Laverne gets eaten alive as he is brought down to the turf rather roughly, as on comes the Albuquerque offense to retake over on the field.
And it's going to be up to San Jose's defense to try to slow down Josh Slab, because last time he broke off a couple of huge runs on his way to the house for 6 points, and they're going to have to do a better job of containing him.
They're 45. Deep drop here from Batak, looking underneath, caught by Westlake, and Westlake's got it to the 41, and it's the 1 play, 1 first down on the drive.
And it wasn't the run this time, but rather the pass. And early on, great out route right there by Westlake. and not a defender in sight. The linebacker for San Jose couldn't keep up with that route, and then another first down for San Jose. And early on in this ball game for San Jose offense, doing a great job of mixing up the run with the pass and taking. I'm sorry, Albuquerque mixing up the run with the pass and getting a great mix and moving the ball at will.
First down, pass over the middle, finds Westlake for another first down. Another 10-yard pickup for Craig. And it's always tough, partner, to guard these tight ends. A lot more of them now in football, not just here in the SFLm, but in all parts of football. These tight ends are a lot more athletic than they used to be.
Yeah, in that other pro league, we saw, a game-winning catch.
Red play near side. Here comes Slap down the sideline, inside the 10, and knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line as Slap starts to heat up again.
Oh man, Slap is heating up early, and this is not a good sign for San Jose's defense, because if Slap keeps ripping off runs like this all night long, it could be an early night and a big lead early for Albuquerque in this ballgame.
First and goal now. Here on only the 4th play of the drive for the Adams. Another give to Slap left side. Has a little bit of trouble with it. He's taken down only for a gain of 2.
Yeah, number 90 that time, Mojo McClain, the inside linebacker, only giving up a couple of yards on that play.
Second and goal now from the 5. Goal line offense versus a 5-2 out of San Jose. Slap, bottle up in the backfield for the first time tonight as the defense gets into the backfield.
Yeah, Moore was in there, and Robert Thump, the defensive tackle, combined. Braylon King Moore was also there, but they combined for the tackle for loss to get Slap behind the line and sets up 3rd and goal here. Big 3rd down for San Jose's defense.
Albuquerque trying to spread the field with 3 wideouts. Attack has time, has to dump it off for Slap, and Slap couldn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. An excellent coverage from the San Jose defense. It's Diamond coming up with the stop, and Albuquerque is going to have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, great coverage by San Jose's defense, but how about the protection for Patak on that play? All day to throw that. We were talking before the game about how many times Patak has been sacked this season. Great protection for them to get that off, even though it was a negative play.
Kick is up and good, and so Albuquerque take a 2-score lead. It's now 10-0. And you're right, partner. He's been sacked 10 times so far this season, while Blanco, his counterpart on the other side of the ball, sacked just 7 times, which is tops in one of the top least sack quarterbacks in the league. So as long as the Adams can keep Patak clean, you would expect them to maybe come out with some points here tonight. As the kickoff is away, on the return is Mamadou. Mamadou can only get up to the 26-yard line, and that is where the San Jose offense will take over. It was a very quiet 3-and-out partner last time out, ending with a sack by TJ Assassin.
After a couple of runs that only had 2 yards and a sack, as you stated, we'll see if they can get their passing game going on this drive, or if they just rely on trying to get JZ Bacon going again here for their second drive.
Corners get him up close to the line, but here comes Bacon through the middle. He was shot out of a cannon out of that backfield, and he gets him up to the 33, a gain of 6.
Yeah, he didn't take too kindly after only getting a couple yards on his first carry. He wanted to bust through that line on his second carry, get 6 yards, and made sure that defense knew that they were going to pay for every single one of those yards at the end of it, with a nasty bull-over at the end of it for a nice game.
Bacon again through the middle. The Adams stacked the box, but the protection and blocking assignments were on point as Bacon gets the first down.
And it looks like they're looking to get Bacon going up the middle early in this ball game. We'll see if they continue to do this or if they try to get him on the outside later on this drive. See if he gets some openings like slap pads on the other side early in this ball game.
And then back in the box here for Albuquerque as San Jose come out with a 2 tight end, 2 back set. And up through the middle, here comes Van Dam, the fullback, as he's going to pick up 6.
Yeah, and he had no gain on his first carry, so this offensive line is starting to push their weight around, starting to open up holes for their running backs, and they're starting to find space through this defense to pick up 5 to 6 yards per carry instead of getting back only to the line of scrimmage.
Flacco's now going to look to throw. Blitz coming. Finds his open receiver on the right-hand side. Nice spin by David Anderson. I'm not too sure he was out of bounds in the spin, but they will call him out. Picks up the first down for the flight.
Yeah, he was really close to staying in bounds, and you got to think, oh, that was close. But you got to think if he would have been able to stay in bounds, he might have still been running had he got around that second tackler.
The first time in the past week we've seen a couple of questionable calls from our 62, but I digress. 1st and 10 flight from Albuquerque territory. Blanco looking near side, caught, gains 8 yards for Terrell Cooper.
Yeah, Terrell Cooper out of Mexico City, the two-way player, getting his first catch of the evening for 8 yards on that nice out route to the bottom of the screen. And you wonder if, if he stays in Mexico City this coming season, who his new quarterback's going to be now that Matt Wilson has retired.
Matt Wilson retiring, as well as Mike Daggs. Bacon tried to get to the weak side of the formation, but the Adam defense was all over it. Sim Broski, along with his cohort on the cornerback side, Ricky Robinson, combining for the stop.
Yeah, it's only a 1 yard gain, but you got to think they're going to go right back to that run since it's a short yardage situation and it's a heavy set, so you got to think it's just the handoff.
Linebacker shift to the weak side, but Bacon finds the hole and finds a first down for the flight.
And yeah, 4 to 5 yards on that carry. J.C. Bacon does the work, finds the hole, gets the first down, and the drive continues inside the 30-yard line. Nice job on that third down conversion.
It's a doubleheader as most of our blocks here in the SFLm. Tacoma and Madison just getting underway. Also here on SFL YouTube. Glad you're sticking with us, though. You can catch it picture-in-picture, get our game alongside the Madison game here as well. So the pass goes to the outside. That's caught for about 4 yards for San Jose, and that's David Anderson again.
Yeah, both of these early games are 2-2 or better teams. This game is a couple of 3-1 teams, and that other game is 2-2 at 3-1. So good games going on.
10-0 Adams over the flight here as we end the first quarter. Still plenty of action to go. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League right here on YouTube. Welcome back for the second quarter here in New Mexico. Tyler Falk alongside Nate Hall here in the booth. Happy to have your company here on this Thursday evening. Pass over the middle is caught by David Anderson, and Anderson is going to turn upfield and pick up the flight first down to the 17.
Yeah, Blanco threw that a little low, but Anderson went down there, picked it up off his shoestring almost, able to get the catch and get the first down inside the 20 down to the 17. Nice first down catch and moving the chains in the red zone.
Showing off his flexibility as San Jose enter the red zone for the first time tonight. Blanco going to look for a dump off near side. It is caught out of bounds by Bacon. No gain.
Yeah. You would have wished you would have stayed in bounds on that catch. You probably would have picked up a few yards on it, but momentum just carried him out of bounds there, and it's 2nd and long.
After probably going with a pass, they're more set up for a run. 9 men in the box here for Albuquerque. Safeties drop back deep. And Bacon near side, got a couple of blocks. Fighting off defenders is going to attain 6 yards forward to the 11-yard line.
You see it on your screen there. JC Bacon not nearly as many yards as Slap, but when Slap gets as many big yardage runs as he has through the first quarter, that'll happen. You just hope that Bacon will continue to get the looks during this game.
Trying to go a trap play, and it ultimately only gets them a yard as Dante Grimm comes down from his safety spot to take down the dangerous tailback, and San Jose will settle for a field goal.
And yeah, they get the stop on 3rd down, but was that the right play call? It was 3rd and 4, and they had gotten a couple of 5 to 6 yard carries on the drive, but I would have liked to see him go for the pass in that situation.
Out trots Joe Garfield for the 26-yarder. Kick is up, and it is good. And San Jose have their first points of the ball game. It's now a 10-3 lead for Albuquerque. Liking the game so far? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As the SFL approaches its 20th anniversary season, there is much more content to come. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. On the return, here comes Laverne as he gets it out to the 28-yard line and no further. And as season 19 has just wrapped up, you can go ahead and binge watch all the highlights from what has been a spectacular SFL season right here on YouTube.
Spectacular season that culminates in a 3rd straight championship for the Baltimore Vultures, and plenty of highs, plenty of lows, and plenty of highlight plays for sure.
Floater that gets knocked off the back of a defender. Players diving for it, thinking it's a fumble. In fact, it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and more in there to get the pass deflection. Hoping to get the interception, to get the ball back for his offense, but he'll happily take that knockdown to set up the 2nd and 10 play for Albuquerque.
Second and 10. Shotgun set. Here for attack. He's got Slap off to his right. Looking to throw. San Jose send an extra man. Pass near side is caught. Looking for the first down and diving for it. That's a good enough for the first down for the Adams.
Yeah, great first down for Albuquerque as number 48 for them. That looks like that's tight end Rand Collin back up getting the catch for the first down.
And off through the middle. Here comes Slap as he is broken. Oh, he took a lick after picking up 7.
Yeah, definitely paid for that hit. I couldn't tell who that was for San Jose, but that was a nasty hit laid down on Slap, and he paid for every single one of those 7 yards he gained.
And just like that, he gets back up to his feet.
Savon Watson, I think it was, on that hit.
More than likely. Holy cow, Watson. Save some for the rest of your teammates as Slap bullies the defender and will pick up the first.
Yeah, and Slap said, if I'm going to take a hit like that on the previous play, I'm going to make sure I get the first down on the next one. And he sure did. He found an opening through that defense on 2nd down and got enough yardage to move the chains and set up his team near midfield.
Another run here for Slap. Slap met after a short pickup by one of the new signings. Strong safety Joshua Doer comes up with the stop.
Yeah, Doer getting one of his first tackles for his defense of his career, and I'm sure he'll be happy to get that one under his belt and many more to come in his minor league season.
And up again for Slap. Nothing doing. Another short yardage pickup as he is met after that short gain. Diamond again coming up with yet another tackle. He's been everywhere tonight.
Diamond shining bright in the middle of that defense, getting a good tackle for minimal yardage, and a third down coming up here for the Adams.
Bump coverage here on third down, but tack over the middle, nearly taken away by King Moore. Incomplete.
Man, that's a couple of different times now that Braylon King Moore has almost came away with the pick, and each time it's been just going down as a pass deflection type attack, living dangerously here, throwing that ball in the coverage, and a fourth down punt set up here for the Adams.
Up comes for the first time Ralph Bennington, as Bennington's punt is nearly blocked. It is going to bounce inside the 10, take a nice hometown bounce, but sliding into the end zone with the football is Terry Saunders, and that will result in a touchback.
And these punt coverage teams, you just hope that when it gets down and stops near the goal line, they wouldn't slide and make it come back out to the 20. You just hope that they would just, stand in front of the ball and just touch it instead of making that sliding play.
And through the middle, here comes Bacon. Very sizzling start to the drive for Jay-Z.
12-yard run right up the middle, It goes from 2 yards to 6 yards on this play like that on the second drive. Now to 12 yards on the first play of the third drive. And I'm seeing a trend here. Tyler, what about you? Getting larger and larger amount of yards on this middle run up the middle for Bacon.
Like a wind-up toy. The more you churn it, the faster it seems to go. We'll see what happens as the game rolls on. 3 wideouts now, to the left, 1 to the right. Here for Blanco under center. Quick drop under pressure, tries to get rid of it. He does, and the ball will just flutter to the turf.
Yeah, it just drops to the ground, no harm, no foul, luckily. So sets up a 2nd and 10 for the offensive of the flight. And I think after a play like that, you go back to the run and try to see what kind of yards Jay-Z Bacon can get after he's been heating up here.
Opposite eye behind Blanco on 2nd down, as here comes Bacon. Has to drag 2 defenders with them. That was Assassin tag teaming with Havis Gordon, and he's only able to manage about a couple yards.
Well, they didn't go back to the run, but yeah, as you stated, he only picked up 3 yards off that right-hand side, setting up a 3rd and long. So yeah, now they're going to have to spread it out here on this 3rd and long and try for a pass. Hopefully, Blanco can find an open receiver.
And the right formation forward, Albuquerque send the blitz, but to no avail. A pass over the middle finds Cooper near midfield, and they're going to hustle back to the line. They see something they like.
Yeah, they do. Blanco almost knocked out a ref on that throw. Luckily, that ref ducked out of the way so Cooper could catch it.
Approaching the 5-minute mark, Blanco back to pass again. Under pressure again, and down he goes. He's taken down, but he did get the pass off. Mel Gibson came in there with the pressure, and back to the line he goes. Snapping it off in a hurry. Albuquerque with a blitz, and finally down goes Blanco. They're still try and hustle to the line. It's a Singletary coming up with a sack. 3rd and 16 on its way. Blanco, pressure coming again. Escapes it for now. Now decided to take off, and he's crunched again by Singletary after a pickup of 5. And that is going to end that dramatic drive off with a punt.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they felt the need to, go hurry up there. They had plenty of time on the clock in the second quarter. Maybe they saw something on the Albuquerque defense that they thought they could take advantage of. But a nice couple of plays by that defensive front for the Adams. The first one being the sack, and then the second one being a hurry up and forcing Blanco out of the pocket, making him run and not picking up the first down and setting up that 4th.
Well, Albuquerque will start their next drive from the 19-yard line, as folks might be wondering about San Jose and their recent Well, here in this game, their recent offensive struggles, but it wasn't always the case. They weren't as always as aggressive as they are now, and it's a good sight to see. Their 3-1 record shows that they're going in the right direction. I'd say be a little bit more patient before deciding whether or not tonight's a failure for your club. Pat, run up the near side after the swing pass from Slap, picks up 7.
And the Adams happy to slow it down here on offense after picking up that 70-yard gain out there in the flats. We haven't seen a whole lot of running lately, but that's going to change now. Look at this heavy set.
Side end look. 9 men in the box here for San Jose. Hand up. Near side is Slap. Gets out of 1 and will find his way for another Albuquerque first down.
Man, I thought Slap was going to get tackled back there in the backfield. He looked like he was dead to rights behind the line, but he broke out of that first grasp and jumped forward for a good 5 to 6 yard gain, picking up that first down.
Have to be a sure tackler in any league, especially here in the SFLm. Slap gets the call again, and there's a little bit better tackling from Diamond again with yet another tackle to his ledger.
Yeah, Diamond was there. Sam Blotner, the two-way player out of Charleston, was in there as well. Doing a good job combining on the tackle to make sure Slap doesn't get out of their grasp that time.
Now here in the gun. 2nd and 9. Here for the Adams. Tack. Looking over the middle.
Whoa.
Great deflection from Mojo McLean, the middle linebacker.
Yeah, dropped back into coverage there and read Patak's eyes perfectly. Able to get a hand up there to swat that one away before it got to the receiver, setting up this 3rd down play.
So that brings up a 3rd down here for the Adams. So far today, pretty good. Over 50%. Deep drop now from Batak. Pressure from the outside. Gets it up, and it's a catch! Inside the 40-yard line of San Jose. Goes on to Sanobi.
If Patak would have held on to that ball a split second longer, he had a defensive end bearing down on his backside, but he gets rid of it, finds Adobe at the last second, and gets a big gain and a first down. Nice play on that 3rd down conversion.
When the drive looked dead in the water, the Adams crossover midfield on 3rd down, and now we're starting to pressure the San Jose defense for points as the run up the middle from Slap gains 5, and that will take us to the end of, well, almost the end of the first half. Takes us to the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 10-3 your score. Minute 59 left to go here in the second quarter. Power eyes set here for the Albuquerque Adams offense. With a run near side. Slap spinning back into the interior and finally dragged down by Sam Blotner after picking up a couple.
Yeah, and another example right there of Slap looking like he was going to get tackled behind the line, but a couple of spin moves in the middle right there, evading a couple of tacklers. He picks up 4 yards to the positive instead, almost getting the first down, but coming up just short.
Another heavy set. We'll see if the flight defense will stop him this time. And Slap spun inside into the path of Diamond, and Diamond gets into the backfield. That's a clutch stop.
Yeah, Diamond, the recipient of an ill-timed spin move by Slap that time. And Stan Diamond will take that every single time and make sure he doesn't miss on the tackle for a nice 2-yard tackle for loss.
Low-key becoming a diamond in the rough, as one would say. On comes the special teams unit and the kicker, Ye Verdi, who will take as much time as he's allowed before kicking this one up and good from 46 yards out. It is back to a 10-point difference between the two clubs, 13-3. The SFL Minor League is currently underway, but it's never too late to create your player and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. We're underway once again inside of a minute here in the first half. On the return for San Jose is Mamadou, and Mamadou gets all the way to the 27, and so the Flight do have all 3 timeouts, and they got 40 seconds to use them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't fault the Flight this time if they do decide to go hurry up. This time it'd be well placed to do so, unlike it was last time.
Coverage backing off on the outside, showing a cover 3 look. Blanco stepping into this one and caught near the 50-yard line. And unlike their previous drive where they went absurdly into the hurry up time and time again, they are much more wiser to this one and calling a timeout.
Nice throw, though, and nice catch by Cooper, able to step in front of the defense and get to the ball to where only he can catch it and come away with a big gain and a first down almost to midfield.
That play only took up 4 minutes. We'll see if they can do a quick hitter here as they stack in one of the wide receivers tight on the line to the left. The rest, everybody, bunched in tight. Pass left side, caught by the tight end Clinton Wilkerson for a gain of 3 as he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, he was awfully close to that sideline, but they're going to say he caught it just before he did step out of bounds. And again, it only took a couple of seconds off the clock, so no timeout needed, and good 3 yards to the positive on that play.
Kind of like college football, all you need is one foot down here in the SFLm and also in the SFL proper. Blitz coming, Blanco under pressure, floats it, somehow finds Van Dam, and Van Dam, the fullback, is off to the races, getting to the 36 before San Jose calls a timeout.
Wow. That Blanco, I mean, the poise he has to just stand in there in the face of adversity. He had that defender right there in his face and finds Van Dam off to his right, wide open, and calmly just tosses it out there to him and lets his fullback do the rest, picks up a nice first down, almost to the 35-yard line.
25 seconds to go. San Jose now down to their final timeouts here in the half. Still got some time and some plays, you'd think. Try and put some points on the board. Blanco, again for the short drop. Pass over the middle inside the 20. Leaning forward is David Anderson to the 14-yard line, and San Jose will call it their final timeout.
Oh, I don't know if they should have called timeout right there. They still have 20 seconds left. Maybe go hurry up on that play and then call timeout after the next play, depending on what happened. But a nice throw by Blanco on that slant pattern over the middle to Anderson. We'll see what they do here on first down inside the 20 down to the 14. Oh, they're going to kick the field goal now.
With 20 seconds to go in the half, they are going to settle with the field goal. I think you could run maybe 1, maybe 2 plays if you wanted to, but I'm not the coach. Kick is up, and it is good from Joe Garfield. His second field goal of the night, again a 30-plus yarder, and it's 13-6 Albuquerque.
It's very interesting to call a field goal with that situation. I mean, we've seen it happen before with like 15 to 14 seconds left on the clock. And we get it then because, you might not have time to, call another play should you happen to get tackled in bounds if you run an offensive play instead of kicking it. But to have 20 seconds left on the clock, I don't know, that seems a little bit too early for me.
See if the Adams can make use of the time given to them. As spinning upfield is Laverne. That'll kickoff return will take out 5 seconds, which will give Albuquerque 3 timeouts in 11 seconds to maybe make something happen of their own.
Yeah, they have plenty of time to get a couple of completions here and see what kind of yardage they can get. maybe set themselves up for a field goal attempt if they get enough yardage.
Here comes the DBs encroaching quietly onto the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run with Slap. Through the middle, Slap taken down after 7. Back to the line, here comes Albuquerque, and they're going to take a timeout with 3 to go as they might try a Hail Mary from this distance.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of arm Patak has from 61 yards out, but we'll see what Joshua Williams, the head coach, calls here with 3 seconds left on the clock before halftime. Patak has been in the minors for a couple of seasons now, so maybe Williams has enough faith in his quarterback to throw the Hail Mary in this situation. But it looks like they're just going to run it here and let the clock run out on the half.
Certainly does not look like a passing formation, partner. We'll see if Slap can make some magic happen. He gets the call through the middle, and he is crunched by Mojo McLean, and we still got a second to go.
Yeah, that play only took 2 seconds off the clock. So, that running play, even though it didn't gain any yardage, really didn't matter because, it only took a couple seconds. So maybe a redo from a coaching perspective and let his quarterback throw one here.
So both these clubs really giving these fans their money's worth as they continue to elongate this first half. 3rd and 3, just a second ago. This should be the final play of the half. Handoff right side, Slap. He is met in the backfield by Marcus Benson, and that will finally bring an end to the proceedings here in the first half. Albuquerque on top by, wanted to say 7, and it is probably 7. 13-6. My math fails me. Adams out in front, partner.
Yeah, it is a 7-point lead for the Adams at halftime. So your math is on point here at the halfway point. And, we see the stats here for both teams and almost even as far as rushing and passing for the Adams. Slaps had a very productive, first quarter for the, for most of his production on those big runs he had. We see that touchdown here on that, on his big carries on that first drive that they had. And then Patak got going in the second quarter, and that's how we got most of his yards to equal that 101 that they have through the air. On the other side of things, offensively, San Jose hasn't gotten as much in the running game. JZ Bacon has gotten a little bit going. A little over 40 yards for him on a few carries. He has gotten a couple of 6 to 7 yard gains. He does have that 12-yard carry, but nothing compared to the 30-plus yard carries that Slap had in the first quarter. It's been mostly Austin Blanco carrying this offense and finding his open receivers.
And back to the rushing game comparison one more time, partner. We touched on that these are the top 2 backs in the league, and clearly Slap has had the advantage. Would you give that to better offensive line protection or just the nature of today's game?
I think it's a little bit of both. He's definitely got a little bit better blocking, and better formations to run out of, I think, on the play calling as well, because it seems like for the most part, Slap's big runs came on those outside gains off tackle, whereas most of JZ Bacon's running all game long has been up the middle, and he just hasn't been able to find a whole lot of daylight.
As the second half is now underway, Mamadou returns up to the 25-yard line, and there is tackled. We want to welcome you back here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Tyler Falk alongside Nate Hall here in the booth. Hope to have your company throughout the rest of this one, as you've already been so kind to join us for now. Thanks for stopping by. 1st and 10 now here for San Jose. Handoff up the middle. It goes to Bacon. This is one of his better runs. Gets up and gets 8 yards.
Yeah, have yet to cross the end zone. Does the offense for San Jose looking to change that on their first drive here of the second half. Good start to the drive with that 8-yard run right up the middle for Bacon, and looking to maybe try to do that again with their fullback this time. We'll see if they hand it to him on the second and short.
Second short, they go to Van Dam. Van Dam with a huge hole. If he would have just made that Dante Grimm miss, we're talking about a big fullback rushing touchdown. Holy cow. Damn, Van Dam.
Yeah, that's not Rob Van Dam, but Buford Van Dam laying the smacketh down on some defenders there, right up the middle and getting a good 6 yards on the play, getting a nice first down in the process.
1st and 10 here for San Jose. Blanco looking outside. Nice turning catch by Anderson. That will gain San Jose's offense 8 more yards. And that's the great thing about the SFLm, partner, is we've seen a couple of folks already pop in chat. A lot of former SFLmers and Axel Raven, along with Jeff Banfield coming in saying hi and representing their former clubs. It's great to see the veterans coming back home to their roots.
Yeah, it really is. They always come back to support their old teams, their alma maters, and it's really nice that they never forget where they came from as far as their roots go.
Ace Singletary has really come alive here beginning in the second quarter and still continuing his progress now, racking up loads of tackles. That one there on Jay-Z Bacon for no gain, and it's going to force this 3rd and short with Blanco under center. Dam and Bacon behind him. Hand up. Nice move from Bacon. Tried to spins out of another one and is taken down at Albuquerque's 43. San Jose continue to move the chains.
I don't know if you saw what I did there on that play, Tyler, but we'll see it here again on the replay. After this handoff, he does spin to the inside, but had he spun to the outside, I think there was plenty enough open field there to the right-hand side towards the sidelines that he would have been still running, and he could have maybe outrun the rest of the defenders on his way to the end zone.
I formation here, 1st and 10 for the flight. Through the middle goes Bacon, and Bacon is bottled up, crushed in half by Melt Gibson.
Yeah, and Bacon, as you saw in the graphic there, getting up there in yards and starting to come back a little bit in way of average, 4.6 per carry compared to Slap's 5.3.
Now the defense begins to clamp down as they get to Bacon before he can even make it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's Mel Gibson again.
Yeah, Gibson on the tackle there for no gain, not allowing Bacon to get anywhere, setting up his 3rd and long. And Blanco's going to have to get it here with his arm on this 3rd and long play as he stands back in the gun.
Press coverage here with the 4 wide receivers set. Blanco over the middle. Great defense from Singletary. Got his mid up in time to knock it away, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, the big linebacker Singletary back there playing center field, just able to stick his hand up there as the ball came his way and knocked the ball away to get the pass deflection, setting up a 4th down and not allowing that 3rd down conversion to happen.
Way Ace Singletary's been playing tonight. He definitely deserves a game ball and hopefully a chance to play at a higher level rather sometime soon. Actually, he's playing in Charleston. What am I talking about? Punt is going to go into the back of the end zone, down for a touchback. That is where Albuquerque's offense will retake over. The SFL network is coming to the ESTV Plus app 24/7. SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Just announced this week, ESTV is now live on Prime Video and on the Freeverse app. Download the ESTV Plus app on your Android iPhone or through your smart TV before 22 Season 20 comes around to call. Download ESTV Plus app today. As the pass over the middle is a good one for Craig Westlake. First time we've called his name this half, and I think in the space of about 2 quarters, he gets 5 yards.
Yeah, been pretty quiet since that first quarter. He didn't get very many looks in the second, but trying to get his name out there again in the third, getting a nice 5-yard gain on the first play of the third.
Go with an ISO up the middle and slap, dragged down by his shoestrings after picking up about 15.
And it's a good thing he was brought down by his shoestrings, because had he been not brought down, I think he'd still be running. Because we've seen that burst of speed from him before. Once he gets going, it's hard to bring down in the open field.
Well, it's 1st and 10 again. Batak under center, offset eye behind him. 4-3 look out of San Jose's defense, or excuse me, that's a 3-4 look. Batak looking out route left side, and he led Adobe just a little bit too far. Incompletes the call.
Mike, the challenge here, I think he might have had 1 foot in bounds, but they're going to let this one go, looks like. It's going to bring up a second down here.
Something we haven't seen today, partner, at least to this point. No challenge flags and no turnovers. Both teams playing very poised, professional, and composed football. We'll see if that trend continues. Attack, looking over the middle, caught at the logo, and crossing midfield is Ed Williams.
And I was just about to say on that previous play that we haven't seen a whole lot of other wide receiver patterns other than that out route. And just as I was about to say it, we see a nice little stamp pattern over the middle to Ed Williams, and gets a first down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Oh, now from San Jose territory. Attack out of the gun. Slap sidecar right with 4 wide receivers in the formation. Ty's going to look to throw under pressure, has to dump it off for Laverne, and Laverne is only going to be able to pick up a yard. He was closed down by Doer rather quickly.
Doer was right there to shut it down. Laverne, Patak had to just check it down because everybody else downfield was covered. Good defense that time by San Jose.
Spotlight on Stan Diamond there for just a moment. He's been flying all over the field here on defense. We'll see if he makes a play here on 2nd and 9. He's been the team leader in tackles tonight. And off left side for slap. Cannot get past the secondary. Picks up 4 yards, and he's definitely winning the battle in terms of yards per carry and total yards against his counterpart, J.Z. Bacon. But it's a combined effort over there in San Jose compared to here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, it is, and he spun back to the inside again. I think, I don't think he really needed to do that. He might have had a few more yards on that play had he not done it.
3-2, dime, package, tack, short drop, finds Laverne, first down, Albuquerque. Picks up 15.
And this time they go to the slant pattern once again over the middle to Laverne, getting the ball almost to the 30-yard line, but picking up another first down and moving the chains is Albuquerque, and a very methodic and very, chunk play at a time drive for the Adams.
Quick drop out route caught by Adobe, got the tiptoes down and picks up 4 yards.
Just getting what the defense for San Jose gives them is what the Adams are doing right now, and as long as they keep getting these few yards at a time and netting first downs and staying on track and staying on schedule, I think this coaching staff for the Adams will be happy with this production.
Taking up a huge chunk of time here on the drive. Stretch play left side, cutting back a slap. Got blockers in front of him.
Gone.
There goes Slap again as he slaps the ball to the turf for another Adams touchdown.
And Slap's going to put that ball to sleep as he finds the end zone for the second time in this ball game. He's got both of the Adams touchdowns in this game, and a couple of well-placed side steps and juke moves. And after that, it was just off to the races, off to that left-hand side, after he passes a couple of would-be tacklers and defenders, and in the end zone for 6 more points.
just like that, it goes from a 7-point lead to potentially a 2-score 14-point lead, pending this extra point here from Verity. Snap spot kick is up, and it is good. 20-6, Albuquerque out on top. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. Return. Starting from around the 5-yard line, trying to bust it near side is Mamadou, and Mamadou can only get to the 27-yard line. And speaking of teams, of those 28 teams, partner, Lone Star have left Denton, Texas. They have moved south to San Antonio and have become the Alamo City Artillery.
Yeah, they have. They said, they thanked Denton for their hospitality, but they said it was time for a change. They moved the team down to San Antonio, and best of luck to them to the future, and as they move on and move forward for season 20 and beyond.
I think Zales is wondering if I should go back to be making jewelry or not, because he bobbled that one and it falls incomplete. And to continue the trajectory here of more teams, it sounds like the San Diego Mavericks are set to make another announcement here tomorrow. New owner Dave Axis leading the charge over there in San Diego.
Yeah, it sounds like that they will be dropping a big announcement this coming Friday, sometime during the day, as far as their future intentions with that team in the league content. So keep an eye out for that as they look to change things up for that team for their future.
The assassin with the tackle on the last play for a loss says, here comes Big Hen trying to make something happen. Had to evade 2 tacklers and is eventually ushered out of bounds. 3 yards shy, and they're on their own 34, partner.
Yeah, but they fall shy. Another 3 and out for this offense. San Jose's going to have to punt this away, and their team's really going to have to, really watch themselves, because if the Adams should score again and get a 3-score lead with the way that they've been producing in tonight's game, it could be too much to overcome in the late stages.
Punts away, and Albuquerque will get the ball at their own 28-yard line. It's been a solid afternoon here for the Adams as they look to try and put this game away, and they put a stamp on maybe early postseason number 1 overall. Still got Albuquerque, San Jose, and Madison all tied up currently at 3-1. A win here would certainly help their cause. Handoff left side slap, unable to make heads or tails of it. And the other team that's currently 3-1 at one point was the only unbeaten team left in the league. They're down by 3 to Tacoma.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you look to the top of your screen, they might go 3-2 after this week, should they not come back from that deficit. So I have to keep an eye on that one throughout the evening.
Stretch play near side for Slap, spinning into the interior like we've seen so often tonight as he blunts his attack, picks up a good chunk of yards though. It's 3rd down.
And it picks up good chunk of yards, gets a few, setting up this 3rd and short. But San Jose here with a big chance, a big opportunity to get off the field on defense. And they need this right here to get off the field.
Attack. Short route over the middle, finds Westlake, the tight end, for a 1st down.
And a 3rd down conversion to move the chains, and the defense for San Jose cannot come through in that situation. The clock continued to run inside 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. The Adams offense right now just having their way, it seems like, through this 3rd quarter.
Up through the middle, nothing doing. Bottled up early as the defense swarmed to the ball carrier.
Yeah, this time it was Foot putting his foot down and not allowing Slap to get through the line. Gets the big tackle for loss, setting up a 2nd and long for this Adams offense.
2nd and 11 yards to go for the first. They go back to the ground, up the middle. Slap trying to find a way through. Will pick up 3 yards. Had to be dragged down again by his shoestrings. Mojo McLean with a decent tackle.
Yeah, McLean able to trip him up from his linebacker position. And it's a good thing. Yeah, really good thing he did. And Slap goes down for only a couple yards.
We're wide here on 3rd down. Pass over the middle. It is dropped. Threw it into contested coverage. Ed Williams couldn't grab it in time, and it's incomplete. Out comes Ralph Bennington, the punter for Albuquerque.
Good defensive play for San Jose. I think there was a well-timed hit by the defender that came in on that play on Williams to jar that ball loose, and what made that ball fall to the turf and go incomplete.
A little bit of a wayward snap corralled nicely by Bennington. Punts away. Now from the 20-yard line, here comes Mamadou! Mamadou's going to have to call his mama because he got set on his backside hard.
Yes, he did. That time, I think it was the inside linebacker Ace Singletary coming in on special teams to lay Mamadou down and making sure he knew that he was in on that special teams play to make sure he goes down hard.
1st and 10 now here for San Jose, trying to get back in the ball game. Screenplay right side. Bacon catches it nicely with one hand, spins back up to the original line of scrimmage and heads out of bounds.
Yeah, but not enough room to stay inbounds to get positive yardage, and the momentum of making that catch carries him out of bounds before he can get anything really going.
2nd and 10. This possibly the final play of the 3rd quarter. Blanco going to look to throw near side. Caught by Cooper. Heads out of bounds at the 5-yard line, which will stop the clock with 4 seconds to go.
And looks like Cooper laid down number 5 for the Adams, which is backup quarterback Elijah Townsend. Hopefully Townsend's okay over there on the sidelines.
Clock is allowed to expire coming out of the huddle, and that will bring us to the 4th quarter here in New Mexico. Get your 4s up in chat. You're watching the SFLm presented by APM Music live on YouTube. And we want to remind you that 8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, 8pmmusic.com as the pass to start the 4th quarter of play is caught over the middle by Mamadou, and Mamadou looks no worse for wear after the return hit.
Yeah, Mamadou, nice slant pattern over the middle, but that was set up by Blanco. He was feeling some pressure up the middle, so he steps off to his right, able to find Mamadou on that slant pattern over the middle, able to get the ball to him and get the first down on that play.
Blitz coming, down he goes! TJ Assassin with his 2nd sack of the ball game and 2nd of his career.
And it's been the Adams defense stepping up in this ball game, namely Assassin coming in, as you stated, for his 2nd sack. We stated that it's been the quarterback for the Adams, Patak, who's been sacked double-digit times. But you got to think, too, Patak throws the ball a lot more often than Blanco. So when you factor in dropbacks compared
coming
to...
again, and down he goes again! TJ Assassin on back-to-back plays with a huge impact! Sign that man to a contract!
Yeah, just going back to my point. Going back to my point. Yeah, when Blanco's go. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 3rd and 19. Let's make sure that he gets some protection this time so he can get this ball away.
Do the same stunt again. Pass over the middle. Caught with room to run.
Oh.
Fumble. Covered by a Singletary of Albuquerque.
And that was definitely a football move. So that fumble is going to stand as Singletary comes up with the fumble. Yeah, spin move, couldn't hang on to the ball. Singletary, the beneficiary of that recovery.
Vern Zales has not had a night to remember. A bobbled incompletion, and then he fumbles a completed catch, which he might have been able to pick up the first down for. And now Albuquerque has the ball in plus territory for the first time tonight. Power eye set. Here comes slap through the middle, and he is hit after getting through the first wave of defenders for a pickup of 2.
Yeah, only a couple yards on that run. But going back to my previous point of the quarterback's protection, these quarterbacks, when you think of how many times they drop back, Patak's thrown the ball and dropped back to attempt to pass over 150 times compared to just over 110.
Deep ball is intended for nobody. Sorry to cut you off there, partner, but it looked like Patak was trying to hit somebody in the next area code.
Yeah, that could have been a huge gainer too and a knockout punch for San Jose's defense. But when you consider dropbacks compared to how many times they've been sacked, it's pretty much equal as far as, ratios is concerned.
So it's 3rd down. Can San Jose's offense salvage a 3-and-out here and get the Albuquerque offense off the field? Attacking a look to throw. Over the middle. It is caught at the 30-yard line, and falling forward is Laverne to the 29.
And Laverne is coming up big in these last couple of drives. Bo Laverne coming up with yet another catch on that slant pattern. We saw it on that last drive, and he gets another one here, getting another first down and getting the offense for the Adams inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Inside the 30-yard line. Albuquerque come out in an offset eye. 3 wideouts. San Jose in a nickel. 3-step drop. San Jose send the pressure as pass over the middle will find Laverne again. Laverne gets 9.5 to the 20-yard line.
Laverne coming up big time, 2 plays in a row, setting up a 2nd and inches play from right at the 20-yard line. And don't look now, but Tacoma just went up 2 scores.
Maybe a mighty collapse from Madison here at the midpoint of the regular season. You hate to see it. Handoff near side. Here comes Slap, who will pick up the first down in the short yardage situation. Little extracurriculars there on the offense and defensive line after the play, but it comes to nothing.
Yeah, Slap getting the couple of yards he needed to move the chains, and now they're well established inside the red zone, looking for more points here.
Slap already over 150 rushing yards, looks to add more to his tally here as he picks up 3 more before Diamond and company wrap him up.
And not only are they moving the ball and getting yards here, but they're also moving the clock. Approaching 7 minutes now, well inside scoring range are the Adams. Should they get points on this drive with a 3-score lead, San Jose could be in a world of trouble here should the Adams get points.
There's Westlake, the tight end, flexed off to the right of the line. Here as the Adams go into the eye. Quick drop here from Attack, looking for the fullback, Sky. Trying to find the Sky in the end zone, but ultimately is shot down after a few yards.
Yeah, he couldn't find any kind of opening to get around that tackler, setting up this 3rd down play from the 10. You would have liked to see him maybe try to utilize a spin move to try to get around there and at least get the first down, but a good job by the flight defense to stay disciplined.
3rd and short, here from the 10-yard line. Attack, having to deal with a little bit of pressure. That's caught by Anas Adobe. 1st and goal from the 2 on its way.
And yet another out route by Adobe, this time to the left-hand side of the formation, bottom of the screen. They've been beating the defenders for the flight all night long with that pattern. And inside the 5 now to the 2, setting up first and goal, knocking on the door. I think you just hand this one off to Slap.
High formation handoff, Slap through the middle, got enough blocking, and there's the hat trick for Josh Slap. Touchdown, Adams.
Yeah, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that is number 10 on his season for Josh Slap. Came into the game with 7 rushing touchdowns, 3 on the night. Ladies and gentlemen, elementary is not my strong suit, but I think that equals 10. So double digits for season 5, and we are only, not quite 6.5 minutes to go left in this one. Not quite 5 games in, so averaging just over 2 touchdowns per game.
You know what, partner? If I'm a half-wit hack at math and you're a half-wit hack at math, I think that equals 1 hack at math. So I think we're doing all right. And I can definitely tell you that Albuquerque has a 21-point lead here over San Jose with 6:24 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So now from the 30-yard line, let's go ahead and kick this one off again. Here at the near the midway point of the fourth quarter. On the return is Mamadou. Mamadou taken down at the 28-yard line, and now it is put up or go home at this point for San Jose, down by 3 scores. Need them out a comeback right now.
And they cannot waste time doing so either. I think they need to, try to score as quickly as possible.
Linebacker shifting over here on first down. Go with a trap play up the middle. Bacon having trouble getting around his own lineman, only able to scrounge up 2 yards. As we take a look at Assassin again, 4 tackles for loss today in his debut, 3 of them sacks.
Yeah, having himself a night on his first game. Young man, have yourself a debut. And I'm sure he's going to be an outstanding player the rest of the way for this Adams defense.
If you're a scout watching this young man play, go ahead and pick him up in the draft. As a swing play works out well for San Jose. One of the better plays we've seen in recent memory here for the flight. They get to Bacon, they stretch it out wide, they pick up the first down.
And yeah, that's what it's all about. As they do pick up the first down, does Bacon out of that flat form, out of the flat reception there, is the draft for these players. And here in the next week or two, I would imagine we'll see some of these players in the major leagues come out with their mock drafts, as they do sometimes in the off season.
A short 2-yard pickup here on first down. Now they come out here on 2nd and 8. Take a look again at Assassin's numbers. Stars of the show for Albuquerque's defense. Him and Ace Singletary both having themselves fantastic games. Blanco under pressure, finds his target over the middle. That's a first down. That'll move the chains. DJ Bandit, for the first time tonight, gets onto the score sheet with a reception, and then they're back to the line in a hurry. Now they look outside. That is caught by Terrell Cooper. That's 7 yards more, and here come the flight. Blanco again going to look to throw. Little stop and go near side of town. Go Blanco again. Another sack for this hungry defense. Melt Gibson comes up with the tackle, and it's 3rd down. Blanco to throw. Blitz coming. Out route near side is caught a yard shy by David Anderson. Wrapped up cleanly by Tavis Gordon, and it's 4th and crunch time.
Yeah, 4th and 1 here. They have to go for this on this one, and a big play coming up for this offense to try to get this first down.
4th and 1, they come out in a gun straight look. Blanco looking deep, corner route,
nice
by Terrell Cooper inside the 20, down to the 16, and they're going to fly back to the line. 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, looking for the corner out this time, knocked aside by Ricky Robinson.
Yeah, Ricky Robinson probably could have made the, had he held on to it, probably could have made that interception in the end zone, but Blanco gets away with one right there and gets another opportunity at it, bring up second down for his offense.
2nd and 10 from the 16. They come out in the same exact formation, but this time the Albuquerque defense plays press coverage. Trying to get off the line quickly is the key. Over the middle, deflected by Singletary. He's come out of the woodworks today and played rather well.
Yeah, Singletary, he had the fumble recovery earlier this half, as well as just being in the right place at the right time on pass deflections and tackles all over the field, having himself a big night for this defense.
They'll flip the formation on offense as the defense again will play press. 3rd and 10. Blanco, floater, into the end zone. No, it's bobbled. Grimm couldn't get his hands on it, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 10 from the Albuquerque 16 with 3:18 to go.
Looks like Blanco was hit as he released that ball, and that's what made that ball flutter up there so long up in the air. Probably caused that one to be tipped as it was, and luckily goes to the turf for San Jose and incomplete, giving him one last shot at this.
This is probably the last ray of hope for San Jose's comeback bid. Passed into the end zone, tipped, incomplete. Pass intended for Cooper, and that will end the drive.
Yeah, and Albuquerque will take back over on offense. Ricky Robinson makes the defensive play once again. Second deflection and on this drive, as he had perfect positioning on that play, covering Terrell Cooper, and the offense for the Adams will come on and probably look to just bleed up as much of this clock off as possible.
They have the players to do it, especially tailback Slap, who has had another banner day on the ground with 3 rushing touchdowns, over 150 rushing yards, as they'll get a free 5 yards after the near side defensive end jumped off sides.
Yeah, and we were talking about it earlier as we get the call from R62. Yeah, we talked about it earlier as we do get the call of Reed jumping off sides. This game has been played very cleanly up to this point, this being the first penalty all game for either team.
So it's 1st and 5 now from the 21-yard line here for Albuquerque. One bright side for San Jose as it does stop the clock. Still, both teams have 3 timeouts left remaining here in the half. And Slap looking right side, taken down only after about a yard, closing in quickly. Big number 97 foot.
Following their game plan to a T is the Adams, looking to run Slap as much as possible, getting a good 6 yards up the middle on that first play. Or, I'm sorry, only 1 yard after the penalty, excuse me, but looking to get Slap going.
2nd and 4 here for the Adams as they continue to drain as much clock as possible. Slap through the middle, ripped up at the line of scrimmage by McLean. Only another short 1 yard pickup. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. And partner, as things stand, Albuquerque is going to be the solo team atop of the league at 4-1. That game going on between Madison and Tacoma. We're getting an update as we speak. It's Tacoma putting up a field goal. That game's 20-14. Also going right here on SFL YouTube. But stay with us for the conclusion here in New Mexico. 27-6, Albuquerque rolling to a victory we come back. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. So it's 3rd and 3 now here for the Adams. Stretch play near side for the backup tailback, John Perry, and Perry's got the first down for Albuquerque, and here comes the timeout train for San Jose.
Yeah, that's all that Jose can do to stop the clock now is burn those timeouts, but a great run by Perry. Nice block by the fullback once again, and Perry just able to do the rest and get to the outside for a nice gain.
So here comes the backups once again here for Albuquerque. Elijah Townsend took that hit on the sideline. He looks no worse for wear. Goes under center, going to hand off to Perry through the middle. Perry's going to get about 2 yards. San Jose called their second of 3 timeouts. Minute 52 to go. And right now, partner, it's just a formality at this point. People and players looking to see what everybody's got. Make sure you're not playing too down when you're down by this much. It's more or less getting more scout material.
Absolutely, and looking to see where you go from here, and just trying to run as many good plays, positive plays as much as possible down the stretch.
Perry is going to be stopped up in the backfield by Thrump, and that will be the final timeout for San Jose with 1:48 to go. And so if the flight defense can stop them here on this next play, they might have about a minute to maybe make some noise here at the end of the ball game.
Yeah, make some noise and maybe get one more shot, one more crack at it on offense, see if they can score at least one more time.
We're wide. Townsend going to throw. It is dropped. A wide open pass for Kenny Jefferson. Falls to the turf, and San Jose, they're not going to get a minute, partner. They're going to get a full minute and a half to do something.
Yeah, minute 45 on the clock with 1 timeout. You know, if they move the ball quickly and score quickly, who knows? They could get a couple of chances at this should things go their way.
Here comes Ralph Bennington to try and punt this one away. Pressure not going to come his way. Mamadou set to return from around his own 25. He gets up to the 29-yard line and no further. Out comes the offense for possibly the final time of the ball game for San Jose. Looking to pad some stats and take a little bit of pride back with them back to California.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time to do so. Try to run as many, as I stated earlier, many positive plays as possible. They've got the players to do it.
Happens. Blanco over the middle, caught beyond the 40, inside at the 43-yard line. That is a catch by Cooper. And they're back to the line now. 1st and 10 now from the 43. Blanco going to look to throw. Under pressure over the middle, finds Cooper again. Another first down, and that nice in route. That's been a more often called play we've seen in the SFL, and now here in the SFLm with some of these more developed wide receivers. Pass, nice! Almost Statue of Liberty. Interception from Sim Broski.
Yeah, Sim Broski, all 6'4", got up in the air to knock that one away. Get a pass deflection and set up a 2nd down. Nice athletic defensive play by that young man.
So it's 2nd and 10 here for San Jose. 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go here in regulation. Blanco with a cannon over the middle looking for Anderson. Anderson probably had it set to him. That ball's a little bit too much hot sauce on it, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that coming in hot for sure off the arm of Blanco. Too much for Anderson to handle. It just falls off his hands, I think, and just falls to the turf and incomplete.
Blanco Caliente possibly. 3rd and 10 here for San Jose. 4 wide receivers, Blanco under center, quick drop, floating it deep. It is caught by Cooper on a diving catch, and a late hit call is going to put them even closer to the end zone.
Wow. That was a 50-50 ball that could have went to either the defender or the receiver, and the receiver is the recipient of an amazing catch right there as he got inside position on that great play.
Old Osborne Davis gets flagged with the extracurriculars after the play, but I don't blame him. Make sure he's down, but got to know whether or not he's been touched or not. And I think I don't think that's truly his fault. I don't think he realized that the foot could also act as an instrument to down a player. So 1st and goal now here for San Jose, and Blanco alone in the gun. Will look to throw. Looking corner of the end zone. And it's caught! Oh my goodness!
Oh.
What a fantastic grab from Owen Grant to deny the score. And it will be the Adams who will shut out San Jose in the second half.
Owen Grant, 5'11", 191, short for his position, but able to get up there and with one hand able to snag down that interception. What a play on defense, and just great coverage and a great interception get to seal the win for this Adams Ball Club.
A very nice exclamation point to put a bow on matters here tonight from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Final timeout called a while ago. It'll be one more kneel down from Townsend, and Albuquerque will take a 4-win season out of the mid-season break, aka known as the SFL championship game. Albuquerque 27, San Jose 6, partner, and I think there's a lot of positives to take out of this game if you're Albuquerque. New signing TJ Assassin has quickly become one of my favorite players in the SFLm. He had a phenomenal day, along with a Singletary at middle linebacker for Albuquerque. And of course, we cannot go on but continue to talk about the impact that Josh Slapp has had. 3 touchdowns for the Albuquerque Adams on the ground for Slapp beats them to the victory.
You said it. Slapp continues to dominate on the ground. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards, well over 100 yards for him on the night, 160 to be exact. So a great night for him with his hat trick, and double digits now on the season for him through 5 games. So exactly 2, averaging 2 touchdowns per game for him is nothing to, sneeze at for him and his season. And as well as the defense, Ace Singletary, Assassin, a new signing. This secondary, came up big as well, shutting down the passing game for San Jose, for most of the night, not allowing Blanco to really get anything sustainable going all evening long. And, outside of a couple of, plays over the middle, to either Cooper or Bandit, there wasn't really much for Blanco to speak of note. And, we see that play right there at the end, the interception made by the backup. Just a great dominant performance from the Adams all night long.
Play of the game is going to be Josh Slapp with those 3 touchdowns, 160 yards on the ground, and 13 receiving yards. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. For Nate Hall, I've been Tyler Falk. We hope to see you later tonight for more SFLm action. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.